Okay, well, what do we have here? This is my sketchbook. I have a big black sketchbook, and I just want to do a quick look at it to show why sketchbooking is good. Okay, so here we go. Bum, 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 bum. Just to do basic drawings. As you can see, just fooling around, making little characters and things like that. Nothing out of the ordinary. And that's good. So I like that. That was good. Then I did more stuff over here. Oh man, I'm sorry, other stuff in the way there. More, a little bit of little cartoon things. Other things there. Barf, a character, a couple of faces. And then another thing here I did of like robots and things like that. What did I put there? Robo Saint, pencil stuff, cartoon stuff, you know, stuff out of the ordinary. Here, there's another thing. There's more ideas, or even wrote there ideas out of my head. Isn't that nice? Okay. So and then a little bit of abstract, a couple of faces, things like that. And then here was drawings that I did from magazines. It's called R mode drawings. It had to do with the book Drawing on the Right Side of Your Brain, where you put your reference upside down and you copy it from the upside down position. And the drawings can come out very expressive in a sense. You see, it can looks expressive. Then I go on to the next page. Here, I decided that I wanted to do something more, fill out the page more. And here I have all this stuff here. Just abstract stuff. Just abstract stuff. And then the same thing with this one here, abstract. Just markers, color pencil, and things like that. And then I move on to the next thing. It's another drawing, and I was my markers were running out of color, so I had to stick with just colored pencil. And I have that, and that's very nice also. And then more just sketches of little comic book characters, things like that. Doodles, I even wrote it there. Doodles, you know. So that's about it. You know, get a little closer look. Spider-Man kind of like flying. Spider-Man jumping around. Some guy with glasses, whatever character. Other faces. Little Fantastic Four there. Little Fantastic Four. And then some character I made up. Just a doodle thing. Okay, on to the next page. This is abstract stuff that I like to do. So here we go. Just a lot of abstract stuff. Different colors. You know, it's good. It's very good. I like this stuff. And then here is just colored pencil stuff. Just a quick sketch of Spider-Man thing. Just fooling around. And then this is like a doodle of like a city thing. Like a weird little city place. And here you get a better look at it like this. That's how the whole picture looks out over there. Then I turn it over, and then more R mode drawings, similar stuff, pencil drawings, and stuff from photos, just for practice. And now we go on to the next page. Was pen sketches. This, you know, was just quick stuff, fooling around, sketching. I even wrote it there, sketching. You like her teeth? You think she has nice teeth? Okay. And then this is another abstract, and it's a marker and stuff, because I like to do abstract, and I feel like it's good to, you know, use up the whole page. Here's another one. There's another one. I know you're saying, what the hell's the background? But the background is a bedspread. Okay, this is you know, not the best background to use. It's just stuff. It's not my art. This book is my art, not this thing. That's the, you know, the bed sheets and whatever. Okay, this is another one. you know. I like it. I like this one. It was fun to do. Another abstract. And then this was just characters. There's Spider-Man. Just a quick Spider-Man. He's looking at you. He's wondering if he should zap you or not. And there's a Batman with some little bit of pencil attitude. Spider-Man again. And Magilla Gorilla. I guess you remember that. Magilla Gorilla, Gorilla for sale. And this is just some funny face. And I forgot the name of this character. He was one of the Hanna-Barbera characters, a doggy character. And another Batman. He was kind of happy. So that was that. You know, spend time doodling, fooling around. And then this is another abstract that I did. It was just a pretty lady. And, you know, different colors and stuff. The markers that I used are called Tombow markers. And they were the 80s brand. It was like this, a certain type. Okay. And then I have this. And I was doing watercolor. And this was gouache. And it was kind of like graffiti-like. And it says monster. And there you see the big monster. The goofy monster. Look at him. He's like, yeah! Goofy monster. With the bats in the sky. And stuff like that. So that was that. And then I have this one. This is just a gun pilot called Gun Pilot. What happened with this one is that I don't know. I was trying to come up with an idea of like an airplane pilot who's a gunner, and I had problems like drawing it out, and this is what just came out, and so I did it. And I said, well, you know, it's a fun sketch. This stuff in the background, this is the bleed. This is the bleed of the other page. Okay, that's the bleed. Sometimes ink and markers can bleed through the other side. So that's why you have to put paper in between so you protect the next page. Okay, and this was watercolor also. And then this one was an idea. It's like a barbarian thing. And the same watercolor was gouache. I wasn't too crazy about the gouache. And the paintbrushes that I used were not exactly the best paintbrushes. But I tried to do my best. Do you think he looks mad? Do you think he looks like, I'm going to destroy everyone. I'm mad as hell. Barbarian and blah, blah, blah. And that's all the fire and flames and everything else. But it was fun to do. It was nice. It was fun to do. Okay, and then this one, which is a Spider-Man. And here it was also watercolor. And there he is, Spider-Man. And it says here, your friendly neighborhood superhero. I decided to put it that way instead of your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Because it already says Spider-Man, so Spider-Man, Spider-Man. Okay, so that's it. So I like to do letters, words, and characters together. And it's a simple watercolor thing that I did. It was fun. I liked it. And then this one's a different idea. This was called the Dinosaur Hunters. And it was just an idea of like a weird game where people have to hunt dinosaurs. And there you see one guy's holding a bomb, and the other guy's holding a big giant yellow machine gun. And one guy's 00, the other one's 01. And they're trying to hunt this big, giant dinosaur. And there he is. Mouth open, teeth blaring, and everything in a full moon. With weird gas and things in the sky passing by. And it says there, Dinosaur Hunters. Yeah, so it was just an idea. And this is a better look at it from far. Okay, then I have here, this one was just another idea, and that's the bleed through. And this is just another idea that I had, the word orbit, and like a little cartoon where the astronaut is floating in orbit, and it's all watercolor, same thing, orbit. And he's coming out of his toothpaste spaceship with stars in the sky, in the space sky, and there he is in orbit floating. How am I gonna get back? Oh my god. So that was a nice cartoon. I enjoyed that. Then I did another one Orbit. This is a big thing, and it was just the letters Orbit. Nice. And it has a little cartoon robot there. Kind of looks confused a little bit. And then this is the astronaut with, you know, space in the background. And that's his suit. This was fun. This was also in watercolor, in the gouache that I used. And then this is another one. This is another Orbit design, and it's, you know, different coloring. Another goofy character there. I'm sorry about the shadows. And then I have this character. He looks kind of surprised in front of two moons and some spaceship flying away. What does it mean for him? I don't know. His hand is a little bit like, oh my god. Okay. So that was like a fun thing to do. And then this is in markers, and this was an idea that I had. Like a kind of like James Bond spy kind of thing, a design, and this is what came out of it. And I decided to put it bomba, which is the Spanish word for bomb, because I think it sounds better for this kind of drawing. So I put bomba, and you see the nuke in the background popping out, and the things there, and this ominous character, like ha 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 ha, in this blue suit, and this little green gun, and a little bomb, and the naked lady who's looking up at him in front of his purple car. Oh my god. What the hell does that mean? Well, looks like a fun little movie design. Hope you like it. Okay. And so then, this is another one. This is just, and that's the bleed. That's the reverse bleed. Okay. And this is another Spider-Man design. Simple thing. And this was, I was using different watercolor. I was using just palette watercolor that comes in a kit, and it was from Blick, and it was just regular watercolor, and it didn't have white paint because it was basically the white of the paper is what is used as white in the background. So this was simple. So it was just the basic design, and the black is Sharpie pen. So that's one thing. Then I did a Batman design, simple thing, red background, and there's Batman. There, looking ominous in a way, folding his hands, posing. And there's a red background, just to be a little bit different. And this was fun. I like that. And then this is a Fantastic Four cartoon design, and they have their Mr. Fantastic stretching his arms, and they have the Thing there posing, and they have Sue, Invisible Girl, posing, and the Human Torch, you know, dancing around. And this was a fun thing to do. The same watercolors that I used, and Sharpie pen as the background, you know, for outlines and stuff like that. That's it. That's what it was. And then this is Superman, simple Superman design. Same thing, the same watercolors, and felt pen. And so there he is, putting up his fist, as if he was saying, "To the skies I go," or something like that. So that was fun. That was fun. And then this was just another thing I was trying to do, like a design with the word savage, and then a guy with machine gun and pterodactyls and other characters, you know, prehistoric characters around. Simple thing, nothing out of the ordinary, not super detailed, but just an idea. Then this one was just an idea. I was trying to do something like an Earth mother that's always giving birth, and there she is in green, and she's holding the earth, and she has flowers around her, and it says here, Earth Mama. And so it was fun. It was a fun thing. Then I have this is a thing that I put here, Mech Warrior. And I was trying to make like a Mech Warrior, and it's more like a goofy Mech Warrior. So like a goofy egg Mech Warrior cartoon. And the same thing, it was Tombow markers and stuff like that. And it was fun. And you see this obnoxious bomb who's dying to blow up. And that's it. That was it. It was a simple thing. Then this is something else. I was trying to start to do like cartoon sketches of rock and roll characters. And this is the first rock and roll character. I do abstract background. And the character's jumping and he's doing all this and that. And there's designs in different colors. And he's trying to rock out. And it was fun. Then I have this one, and this is a whole page I filled out, and he's another rock and roll character, and it was fun to do, doing all these different colors, and the white is the white of the paper, it's not anything else. I just did a lot of blue dots, and I know it gives a very ice cream sorbet kind of feeling, kind of, and he's a happy, I don't know, hippie Jimi Hendrix kind of guy in a blue suit, and he's actually blasting off into the air while he's playing. And so this is, you know, a basic cartoon thing. It was fun to do. And this is another one, and I have yet to do this one in color, and this is going to be a different guy, and that's what I do. And so I like sketchbooking because there's so many pages to have. Why waste pages? Why waste pages? So people should get a sketchbook and doodle and draw and do whatever you want to do. I mean, it doesn't have to be a lot of money to do this. Number 2 pencil, a Sharpie pen, and that's it. Now, I want to give an example. Let's see if I go back. I go all the way back to those to this. Was it to this one? Or maybe it was the other one. Okay, I think the other one was a little bit better. Let me see. Okay, so I go back. Okay, this one where I said I was doing R mode drawings. Okay, this is an example of what R mode is. Okay, now take a look at this picture. See this girl, this model? Well, that's supposed to be her. It's supposed to be, oh man, I'm not doing too much good justice here. This is her, the model, and that's the drawing there of her. Okay? Now, there's a similarity. And what I mean by R mode, it means that instead of looking at your subject like this to sketch by eye, you turn it around upside down and you look at it this way. And then you start drawing, start sketching it in that position, just like that. So that the right side of your brain, according to that book, Drawing on the Right Side of the Brain, will start looking for the opposite things that are there, shadows that are different, and you start drawing all of that. And when you're finished drawing it, and you turn it right side up, and then you look at your own work, then you realize that it has some kind of similarity, and that it will look kind of expressive and things like that. So that's what I was doing with these drawings there. It looks a little off, but it's practice, and it will help you to see more and find these different spots, these different shadowings and things like that. And I think it's very good practice that people should do. And so that's the story of my sketchbook, and I hope you liked it. Subscribe if you want to. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down, and let me know what you think. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.